What's going on, everybody's boy Skull Shots here back with another video, man. Today we're here for part 2 of the top 10 best PvP dinosaurs in Wodac. If you haven't seen part 1, check it out on Draconatic's channel. Once again, I'm joined by Draconatic.
Yo, what's up?
We'll be going over numbers 5 through 1. Like I said, if you want to check out part 1 that does numbers 10 through 6, go check it out. I will have the link to that video in my description down below. Without further ado, let's go and get today's video. Hope y'all enjoy. Peace. Coming in at number 5, we have Baryonyx. This guy has 95 health, 7 damage, pretty slow speed at 23, but has 30 speed in water and is the only semi-aquatic on this list. 0 bleed and 285 stamina with 10 defense. What do you think about Baryonyx? Draconatic?
I think it's alright. It definitely deserves its spot on this list, in my opinion. It's really strong. It can take on a Miragaya pretty well. And yeah.
Yeah, Baryonyx is, very strong, has those abilities, especially the ability where you can combo up on stuff. So the more you hit it, the faster your attack rate is. And that kind of, what puts Baryonyx over a lot of these other dinosaurs, especially in one-on-ones. It also has a stun, which can slow dinosaurs. And if you hit that, pretty much everything smaller than you can easily take out. And like I mentioned earlier, it is the only semi-aquatic, so it is the fastest swimmer on this list. So you do have that going for it. What's your experience with fighting Baryonyx this year? It's easy, hard? What do you think?
Like fighting with it or just fighting against it?
Fighting against it when you've come up against some.
Well, I personally don't have trouble. I'm the best player in the game, obviously, so
right.
That's just me, though.
You got to watch out because they can hit you, then retreat in the water. So they if you could play that shoreline pretty good, you could definitely be strong with Baryonyx, and that's why I think it deserves its number 5 spot.
All right, coming at number 4, we got Para. Its HP is at 185, which is the second highest in game right now. Damage is 6. It's meh, honestly. Its speed 24. It's okay, honestly. No bleed, of course, and stamina is at 350, so it has a lot of stamina. And its defense is at 10, which is okay. So, Shark, what is your opinion on this?
Parasaur is very fun. That was the first tier 3 that I bought. I really do enjoy using it. It does have that 0 bleed problem, which is why it is, number 4, not any higher. I do think it is the weakest tier 3 in terms of PvP. But besides that, it's very good against Turias, because it is very tanky. And those two, its abilities, they have long cooldowns, but they are very strong. They hit for a lot. The Stomp does, I think, like 200% melee damage or something like that. Is very high. And then you got the tail, which does more percent than your normal hit, and also does stun, knocks people back. So it has good abilities, but abilities do have long cooldowns, and their range isn't too great. So you kind of got to know how to use it. Does take a little bit of skill, but besides that, it is very tanky. It's good health, and it's all around pretty good dino. What's your experience with Parasaur, Draconatic?
Honestly, I like using it a lot more with Turias, like to deal with them, because Tarbo, which is, it's okay, it's just really slow and you run out of stamina really fast. And Para can tank the hits of Turia, so I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So yeah, Parasaur coming in at number 4. All right, starting off our top 3. Bronze medal winner right here, we got Chasmosaurus. This thing has 105 health, 6 damage, 26 speed, 2.2 bleed, decent stamina at 250, and the best defense in the game at 20. What's your experience with Chasmosaurus, Draco?
Well, I haven't really used Chasmosaurus much, but from what I've seen, it's really good. It tanks, and it can also, when you're charging at people, it you get a buff, so I think that's really cool, especially when it's a Triceratops kind of dinosaur. So it's honestly really fun, and I do recommend it, and I definitely think it owns its spot at number 3. So yeah, about you?
Yeah, I completely agree. Chasmosaurus is very fun. It's very fun to play as because you got pretty good speed, that good defense, and it does, like you said, have that ability where when you're at max sprint speed, I think you do 33% more damage. So, damage goes from 6 to 9 when you're sprinting. It also has an ability, its first ability hitting 1 on the keyboard, and that improves your speed and defense. I think it bumps up defense like 40 or 50. I can't say for sure, but it gives you a ton of defense, a lot more speed. So you could use that to run down people, and then once you have that sprint button held, you're doing more damage. It's very fun, very hard, to beat. Definitely the best out of all the tier 2s, in my opinion. We tested it out. Nothing really beat Chasmosaurus in a one-on-one. And I think we put Chasmo over Parasaur just because it has that bleed and that more damage, and you can beat a Parasaur over Chasmo pretty easily. And, it's just overall better in most PvP scenarios. And yeah, that's why Chasmosaurus owns its spot at number 3.
At number 2, we got Tarbosaurus. It has the 3rd most HP in the game at 135. It has 13 damage, 22 speed. Its bleed is 0, and its stamina is 285, and defense is 5. All right, Shark, what is your opinion on Tarbosaurus?
Yeah, Tarbosaurus, like you mentioned, 3rd highest HP, 2nd highest damage in the game. When I first started playing Wodac, I tried to fight one of these as something small. I thought, I could just poke at it, hit me twice, and I die. So it does a lot of damage, decent speed. Its speed's actually very confusing. You'll look at it, you won't think it moves that quick, but it seems faster than it actually is. And it could definitely, run down. It does have 2 abilities. One ability is a rock throw, which isn't that great. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Does slow enemies, but it's kind of a weird hitbox and stuff. It's not like the Dilophosaur Spit. Definitely a lot better to aim that one and stuff. Second ability is its heavy attack does 25% more damage than a normal heavy attack would, so that ability is really good, if you're up close and face taking. I know you've had some experience fighting Turias and stuff with Tarbo. How do you feel about those fights?
Honestly, I kind of suck because I've never won a fight against a Turia as Tarbo. I'm always dying. It's because I use my stamina up too much, so don't make that mistake. And honestly, Tarbo isn't really my favorite, so yeah.
Yeah, it does have that lower stamina, so do need to watch out for that. But if you get 2 of them, you can definitely take out a Turia. Turia is just so insanely strong. I probably guess it's going to be number 1. But yeah, Tarbo's still very good. 2nd highest hitting dinosaur in the game, so you got to really watch out for that. And it's still it's not really slow either. It can move a little bit, so you do need to watch out for that. It's always good to have a Tarbo in your group to be up close, dealing all that damage. And yeah, that's why we got Tarbosaurus in number 2. Coming in at number 1, the best PvP dinosaur in Wodac. You already know what it was going to be. We got Tyrannosaurus. This thing has 500 HP, which is the highest health in the game. 15 damage being the highest damage in the game. 15 speed, 0 bleed, 100 stamina, and 5 defense, making it the slowest and also the lowest stamina in the game. Besides all that though, man, it's still incredibly strong. What's your opinion on Tyrannosaurus? Draco.
Honestly, I don't really use Turi, or whatever you call it. I just use it for farming, which is also the best for farming. So, and I do recommend using it for AFK farming. You can get 31,000 if you put per hour if you put all your skill points into the fragment gain. So I recommend that for farming. And honestly, it's okay. I like its ability. The stomp, it's really OP in my opinion from what I use it. Because I'll have little guys attacking me, so I'll just stand up and stomp them and they'll die. And I get free spirits out of it too. So that's pretty okay. What is your experience with it, Shark?
Well, my most experience with it is fighting against it, which is never really fun. There is no dinosaur that could beat a Turia 1v1. Some people claim to have gotten closer to have done it. I haven't seen it beat a Tyrannosaurus in a 1v1. If you think you can, you could just leave a comment down below and we can set it up. I don't really think no dinosaur on this list is beating a Turia 1v1, which, kind of makes sense because it is the slowest. And, it is a farmer. I see a lot of people argue that. Also, on the same end of that, though, I do feel like, in my experience, it is a little overpowered and it should definitely be nerfed a little bit. It took us, 6 people to kill 2 in one lobby? 6 randoms we were with?
Yeah, we killed 3 of them in that server.
Yeah, we killed 3 of them. Yeah, it was fun. We got a whole group of just randoms. It was us and 7 other people, and we just kill the Turias because nobody likes Turias, especially if you're walking around hitting people. That's just weird. To me, it's not even fun gameplay. I couldn't just walk around with that thing and hitting people. That's not really fun to me, but some people do it, and there's not much you can do about it unless you have multiple people. That's why we got Tyrannosaurus number 1 as the best PvP dinosaur in Wodac. And that's going to be today's video, man. The top 10 best PvP dinosaurs in Wodac. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. You can check out part 1 to get numbers 10 through 6. That will be link to that video be down below at Drake and Addict's channel. Thank you, Drake and Addict, for joining.
Anytime.
And yeah, man, like I said, like, subscribe, comment, do all the good stuff. More Wodac videos will be on the way. See y'all next time. Peace!